everyone, welcome to Heal Charm Shine. In today's reading we are going to look into your April. What is happening in your April? We have four options today. We have as per the seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. So you can pick your favorite season or you can pick your birth season. So if you're a spring baby, you can pick spring, which means your birthday will be soon. Then we have summer babies, autumn babies and winter babies, or you can also pick as per the number or as per the color. The colors we have over here are green, red, blue and white, silver, because we have the silver wolf over here, white, silver, or even purple. So the four has multiple colors. So if you are interested in multiple colors, you can pick four as well. Whatever image is calling you, whatever animal spirit is also calling you, you can pick as per that. We have a rabbit, we have a honeybee, we have a crow, and we have a wolf over here. So you have many options to pick your pile, choose, and we are going to have a quick look into your April. Thank you again for being here. Thank you everyone who's subscribing. Thank you everyone who's asking me for personal readings. I'm trying to reply to everyone as soon as possible, and I'm delivering as soon as possible. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you inside your pile. Pile number 1. So you have picked the spring pile. Your animal spirit for the month is a rabbit. So a rabbit is all about speed, it is about luck, it is about fertility. So let's see what more information is coming in. Your message under the spring is see your seeds grow. So you are starting something new, some new beginning, a fresh start, something which is going to grow into a big thing. So whatever you're starting right now, maybe you're starting something like a side hustle, maybe something online, maybe you're trying something new, maybe you're starting to learn something, study a new education field, something which is going to start right now, and quickly it's going to take speed because we have the rabbit over here. So it's going to be a fast improvement in whatever you're starting right now. It's a very fertile energy. So even if it is business, even if it is your online project or your work assignment, anything, there is creativity in it, there is fertility in it. When we call fertility in business, that means it's going to grow big, that means it's going to go big. If for few of you, it also might be actual fertility, actually conceiving, actually having a child. That also might happen for few of you. If you are interested in it, if you want that, so that also might be your situation. That also might happen in this month, in April month. So let's see what more messages we can see for you. Pile number 1. Oh, be graceful in movement and action. As I said, that there is speed in your reading, in your month. There is something is going to happen with speed. So when you have speed, you be careful that it is also with a centered mind. It means it's not something where you will stumble, where you will fall. When you are running somewhere, or when you are doing something hastily, when there is speed in your movement, in your job, in your work, you should make sure that you're not making any mistakes, you're not falling over, you're graceful, you are centered, you are aligned, your movements and actions are well thought of. So maybe you should be careful when you're doing anything in with speed. Like if you're submitting a project or submitting an assignment in your job, in your work, and there is a deadline and you have to reach that deadline, and that's why you have to work fast, but be sure that you're not making any mistakes. So if you're doing something on computer, you can always have those spell checks and grammar checks on. You can always keep on saving your copies so that nothing gets deleted. Keep doing those changes. I used to work with marketing. I am a marketing major, and I have worked with the banking industry in marketing, and I know how annoying clients can be, how annoying work assignments can be. That whenever you are working on something, unfortunately when there is a deadline involved, we stumble, make mistakes. So this is what I felt when I saw this card. So be careful that you're not making any mistakes in your work assignments, in your projects, if you're submitting something in school. And make sure that whatever your movements are graceful, means you are looking presentable in it. If you're going for an interview, if you are approaching your seniors for something, maybe you're applying for a promotion, so whatever you're trying to achieve, make sure that people don't see your panic and don't see that how hard you're trying, or how much efforts you're putting it. Don't let others feel that you can't handle this. That is what I felt. That be so graceful that you should look like a master. You should look like you can do this. It should look like you are meant to do this. This is not a big thing for you. You are gracefully doing it. This comes naturally to you. You are gifted in this, you are talented in this. That is how your movement should look like. So this was more of work. Even if in your personal life, even in your relationships, if there is some kind of pressure, or if there is some kind of means people are putting some kind of pressure on you, or giving you some kind of emotional tension or emotional manipulation, so make sure that you make it clear that it is not troubling you, or you have a complete hold on your emotions, on your mental ability, your thinking ability, and no one can control you. The Shaolin master, or the kung fu master, or martial art people, they don't have only physical strength, they have mental strength as well. They are mentally balanced as well, so they are completely centered, they are zen. And that is what you need to move forward in this new stage of your life, or this new journey. If it is a startup, if it is a new business, you have to show that you understand this, you have to show that you know this. Even if you're dealing with a client for the first time in your life, you have to show that you're a master. So pretend that you know what you're doing, and deal in that way that you are an expert, you are a master. So that is what I heard. So this might not resonate with everyone, but whoever this resonates with will definitely get benefit from this. Track down your fears and desires, hunter. So you are getting tensed about something, maybe a deadline, a work assignment, or some client is trying to bully you. Something is making you scared, nervous. Maybe you're applying for a job where you think that you may not get, or you're not good enough, or maybe some exam where there is a lot of competition. So track down your fears and desires and hunt it like a very dedicated master. So these two very strong masculine energy, these true energies are telling you to ignite that masculine power inside you. Even if you're a woman, you need to bring out that masculine power of taking charge, of taking control, of going ahead with full confidence, of doing it like you have been doing this forever. Like you're the master, you're the hunter, you can hunt this down, you can get this, you can do this job. Even if you are nervous inside, even if you're a nervous wreck inside, keep a very steady composure. Have a very firm look on your face. Be very have that kind of you should have that kind of, what I want to say is, make sure that people should not feel that you can't handle this. Even if you're a nervous wreck inside, pretend that you can handle this, because slowly, steadily, with practice, you will be able to handle this. Nobody becomes a master in the first moment itself. Even a big mighty tree is a seed in the beginning. So everybody is an amateur, everybody starts somewhere. You have to hold on to that. And people have very unfair expectations from people who are joining a new job, or people are doing something for the first time. People have unfair expectations, but you should show that that is not affecting you. You are not scared with it. There is no fear in your mind. You have this desire to grow in this field. You have desire to see this take root, see this become something big. And it is going to happen fast. There is speed in this, there is a lot of speed. So those were the messages which I heard for some. This might be only for few of you. Let's see what more messages are coming in. This is more of a work thing. Let's see if we can see any other messages. If you're not this thing is not happening with you, if you're not joining something new, if you're not starting a new assignment, a startup, a new project, then maybe this message is not for you, and you should choose another pile. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. You ask and you shall receive. So you have this chance to ask for what you want. So when you pray, when you meditate, so prayer is also meditation for few of you. Not everybody believes in praying. Some people believe in meditation, some people believe in spirituality, and some people believe in prayers. So whatever your way of centering is, whatever your way of asking help from your higher power is, so that higher power can be the divine, the higher power can be God, the higher power can be angels, can be your ancestors, or can be your own self, your own higher self. your own subconscious mind. So whatever you need to center with, you need to say, you need to bring that energy and center yourself so that you can connect with the heaven. Now this heaven also is not the actual heaven. The heaven is what you believe in, higher power. So you can connect with your higher power and ask and you shall receive, and then you will receive the strength you need to approach this situation or to handle this situation by care. Let's see what more messages coming in. Facing fear. Oh my god, what is scaring you so much, pile number 1? Let me know. You something is making you a nervous wreck. Something is making you feel that you can't handle this, or you cannot take care of this. So facing fear. So whatever your fear is, the divine Kalima is the energy herself. Kalima is the universal energy, the energy which drives everything, which makes the earth rotate, which makes the plant bloom, which keeps us alive. Every energy which cannot be created, which cannot be destroyed, that energy is Kalima. That energy is Shakti, and Kalima is an avatar of Shakti. So Kalima is talking about facing fear. So she's giving you confidence. She's giving you the strength you need. This is the strength card. And major spiritual changes are unfolding. So there is something, big changes are happening. This difficult period or this challenge or this test you're going through is for your development, for some major spiritual change, so that you will become someone you are meant to be. So you might be going through some kind of stage, some kind of process where you are developing into someone better, where you are becoming someone better. These are growing pains and they are important. So face this fear with full confidence. Kalima is here to support you. Your divine is here to support you. This is your chance to soar. As I said, this is your development. This is growing pains. This is a chance to show that you can do good. So take this head on. Even if you are scared, believe that the divine wants to help you. You got these two powerful divine feminine over you. You got the Shakti herself, the energy herself, which makes everything work in the universe. So the entire universe is backing you, is here to help you. So you need to overcome these demons in your mind. Your whatever your fear is inside your mind. Nobody else can control that. Only you can control that. Only you can kill that. And Kalima is telling you to kill those demons, to lighten that inspiration, that faith, that hope within your heart, to open your third eye chakra, in by meditating, by concentrating, by praying, by connecting with the heavens, by connecting with the divine, and face this fear head on. So this is what the messages are coming for you, pile number 1. I'll go for the tarot also so we can get some more messages. So whoever is facing a big challenge, maybe facing some difficult interview, some difficult exam, going through something in their work or in their life, maybe for a health reason or something which is difficult, something which is scary, something where they feel that they cannot come out of this better. It is actually a challenge which will help you grow, which will help you soar. This is your chance to soar. So this challenge is like how gold is purified. Gold goes through fire, gold is burned, so it is purified, and then it is separated from other impurities and other metals. So how gold is purifier, or how diamond becomes when the coal is crushed, how then it turns into diamond. Without the pressure, the coal cannot turn into diamond. You can keep a coal for lifetimes, it will never turn into diamond until and unless it gets that appropriate kind of pressure. The same with wine. The grapes have to be crushed so that the wine comes out, and wine is far more valuable than grapes. Grapes can get turn bad, grapes can rot, but wine, it gets better as years go by. The same way, olives are crushed to get oil, and oil is far more valuable than olives. So this, your value increases, your experience increases, you rise up through this struggles, through this whatever you're feared of, whatever is the scary part. It's going to help you become someone better, someone bigger. So, and you have the divine support over here. The divine, the energy herself, the Shakti herself is here to help you, and you cannot get a bigger support than this. Nobody can stand in front of Kalima. Kalima's counterpart is Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva had to lay down at her feet to make her stop when she went into that destructive mode. Her better half, her counterpart, was the only one who could stop her. Nobody. And that is her half, that is her in the masculine form. So no one can stop Kalima, and Kalima is the biggest force which is helping you in this difficult phase, whatever you're going into. Knight of Wands, so something you're passionate about, you want to achieve this, you have the energy, you have the passion, you have the inspired action, you're adventurous, you're impulsive, then I don't know why you're scared. Nobody becomes a master in the initial days. Everybody has to go through a long training, a difficult training. The people who study kung fu, the people who study anything where there is physical strength required, maybe a sport like archery or any sport, maybe run anything, even horse riding, running, anything where discipline is required, nobody can do it from the day one. Everybody has a learning period, and there are growing pains in everything. Queen of Swords, okay, so intelligence, so something where intelligence is required. So whatever you're doing, not only passion, not only physical strength, but even intelligence is required. Queen of Swords, sword is about your mental ability, and Queen of Swords is an independent queen. She's unbiased, she has clear boundaries, and her communication is direct. So if you are dealing with something, your communication has to be direct. So make it very clear, whoever you're talking with, whatever you're dealing with, that whatever you're going through, how you can achieve success in that, or what kind of help you need. So your communication should be very direct. If someone is being unfair with you, find a way to make it clear to them as well. So direct communication, having set boundaries, being independent, so don't depend on others, or don't try to get help from others, because you have to go through this on your own. Wow, this is a nice card to get. So whatever you're going through, you're going to get lucky in this. This is completion. This is also wealth, financial security, success, long-term success actually. So whatever you're going through, there is long-term success. So these seeds are going to grow into mighty trees. So a long-term success is coming in your life. So whatever this challenge was, you are going to come out of it stronger and better, because this change is here to help you soar. Page of Swords, another sword, another mental clarity card. So what is Page of Sword? Page of Sword is about new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communication. So when you remove this fear, when you tackle this situation by being smart, by talking smart, by communicating, by making it clear, when you do all this, then you will get new inspirations, new ideas, you will become curious, you will have thirst to learn more, you will get excited about this adventure, whatever this is happening. This might feel like a challenge right now, but trust me, once you get the spiritual help, or once you make it clear that what help you need from whoever you're dealing with, this will start feeling like an adventure where you are going to grow into a master, an adventure where you'll come out like a professional, an adventure where this seeds, the small tiny seed, is going to grow into a mighty big tree. So that is what I can see for you, pile number 1. So this was more work related. Do let me know if you're going through something. This card is very lucky for you right now. You can pray to Kalima. You can offer something red to any divine you believe in. You can burn a red candle. You can pray to the full moon. The full moon energy stays for 3 days. So you can pray to full moon. We are right now in the full moon energy. Kalima or energy or Shakti is in everything, in every seed, every plant, every animal, we ourselves, everybody, every human. The divine is in everything. So you can offer these red flowers to anyone you want. You can offer it to a child, you can offer it to maybe a red candy to a child. Anything red will bring luck for you, because we have red over here, red over here, red over here. So there is, and we have a lot of red over here also. The horse is also red. So anything red is going to bring luck for you. Maybe your root chakra also needs some kind of help, some kind of centering. So if you're doing meditations, if you're doing guided meditations, look for a root chakra guided meditation. Follow that, do that. It will help you become centered. It will help you become stable. It will make you feel safe and secure. It will help you grow. Root chakra is the base chakra, the Muladhara, the first chakra, which needs alignment before any other chakra. So red might also be your lucky color when you're handling this situation. So these were the messages for you, pile number 1. Do let me know what you think about this reading, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for being here. Come pile number 2. Let's see what energies are coming up in your April. You have picked the summer card, so you might be a summer baby, and this card is about joy and light. So there is some kind of success which is coming in your life. And the bee is the animal spirit, which talks about hard work. It talks about sweet results. It talks about magical results, divine pattern, because the honeycomb, it has a beautiful divine pattern. It is very creative, and they are into teamwork. It's a team working animal spirit which helps each other grow. They thrive together, and they whatever they have put their hard work into, there is always sweet results which they enjoy with that hard work. Let's see what more messages are coming for you. Be devoted and committed. The bee itself is very devoted and committed. Like they have their job, and they are very committed, very devoted to their queen, to whatever work they have, to their hive, to their whatever their job is in that hive, collecting honey or whatever the job is. So a bee, the way bee is devoted and committed to their work, maybe you need to do that to overcome some kind of challenge or to achieve some kind of success. So your work, writing, must be involved. Now this sage is a very wise person. It's like a hermit. So you might have Virgo in your sun, moon, or rising. And the summer months is also the cups energy. So maybe you might have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well. So what the sage over here is doing is researching, is writing, is downloading his knowledge. So maybe you are someone who teaches others, who helps others, your writing is involved in your profession, in your life, whatever you work with, or whoever you work with, some kind of writing, downloading, taking notes, maybe as a professor, as a teacher, as a scientist, as a doctor, as a researchers, maybe into IT. You do some kind of study, some kind of research, and your third eye is opening up. It is becoming wider. It is becoming you're getting enlightened, you're getting spiritual knowledge, you're getting a lot of synchronicities, lots of download. We have this beautiful peacock feather over here. So Krishna has a peacock feather. So the energy of Krishna is in this card, which is also about creativity, artistic energy. So maybe you are artist, you are someone who is an author, because there is writing over here, or a songwriter, or someone who's into music, because Krishna is also the god of music. So these are the messages which I can get when I see the sage card, and we can see this orange also. So your solar chakra is something which needs some kind of meditation, some kind of alignment. Let's see what more messages are coming in. See beyond the current situation. So you need to see beyond some of the current situations. The sage over here is very wise. They can see beyond whatever is happening. They can understand how the universe works. The sage over here is someone who has a lot of wisdom, knowledge, spirituality. They can understand everything, like even the law of physics, law of attraction, law of universe. They had a lot of knowledge, they had a lot of wisdom, and they wrote it all down. Ancient knowledge which is still applied in today's generation, in today's lifetime. So the same way, this sage, this is the opposite. This is opposite of sage, where you are keeping yourself in darkness, when you are not letting yourself understand what is happening. You are staying in the past, or you are keeping yourself in the past. So see beyond the current situation. So you have to think bigger. You have to think about how this, whatever you're going through, how it is going to be 5 years or 10 years down the line? Is it going to matter? Is it important? Should you waste your time, energy? Should you be devoted to something which is not going to be of any use for you in the future? Should you be committed to that person or that job or that creativity or that ability, that study, which is not going to be useful in the future? So don't just look at right now. If right now maybe that is something which you enjoy doing, right now maybe that is something which you love doing, maybe this is your self-sabotaging behavior, procrastination, sleeping late, eating unhealthy. So this whatever is, it is instant gratification, it is something which you are enjoying in the current situation, but it is not going to be of any use. In fact, it may harm your future. So you need to see beyond your current situations on what is happening in your current life and think about future, think in long terms. That is what I felt when I saw this seer cards. It is very opposite than the sage card. So here you're getting be devoted and committed, and here you're getting that you are just focusing on something which is not important, and you're hiding yourself, or you're not looking at what is actually important. So this may not apply to all of you, but maybe someone is really devoted and committed to their work, their project, and someone is not at all. So take as it resonates. It's not going to apply to everyone. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. We got teacher twice over here. The sage also was a teacher. They used to run gurukuls, they used to run schools, universities for children in ancient India. And the sage is a very wise teacher, and here we have a great teacher. So learn from your spiritual experience. As I said, you're becoming spiritually awakened. You are someone who is trying to understand more beyond our physical realm, beyond our life over here on earth. So you need to focus on what experiences you're going through and start looking at the bigger picture. Start looking and what needs to be taken care of, what needs to be given attention, be devoted, be committed. And you need to release whatever your past experiences are, or whatever your habits are of self-sabotaging, of keeping yourself in a low energy, keeping yourself in darkness, because there is a lot of light. You are the summer card after all. Summer is all about light, all about joy, all about sunshine. Then why are you staying in the darkness? Let's see if we can get some more messages. What is this darkness which you are embracing instead of light, instead of positivity? Care and compassion. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. So maybe you need to offer a helping hand to someone. Maybe you need to care for someone. Maybe someone is approaching you and you are not giving them that helping hand. Maybe you are not being caring, compassionate with someone. Or maybe you need to take care of someone in your life. Maybe you are getting challenged, or you're getting this test from the universe where you have to show your caring and compassionate side. Oh my God, Master Jesus, forgiveness. So we got another teacher. So look at these. There are three great teachers over here. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. So you need to forgive someone. Father healing is possible at this time. This can be your actual father who you need to forgive, or a father figure in your life who you need to forgive. So some kind of forgiveness. Maybe that is what is keeping you in dark. Maybe that is what is keeping your energy low, that you are not able to forgive someone or forgive yourself. So you're on the path of light and love. We do see light and joy in your card. So yes, you are on the path of light and love, but not just because you're not forgiving, you're not letting go whatever is troubling you. That is the reason why you are staying in the low energy. The only way you can become devoted, committed, or live with joy and light is when you let go and start your healing. This forgiveness, this letting go is for your own healing, for your own self, not for the other person. You're not saying that the other person did right if you forgive them. No, you're just removing yourself from that foundation of sticking there or staying there or being in that low energy. Let's see what more messages come for you. Pile number 2. Pile number 1 was purely about work. This can be about work or about relationship. It will be different for different people. We got teacher thrice, so maybe you need to heal your relationship with a teacher, a mentor, someone who used to teach you, who used to help you, a professor, a parent. Maybe you are a teacher, you are a professor, or you are a parent and you're going through something, a difficult phase. I'll pick that card up. Lots of cards are jumping for you. Pile number 2. Okay, so let's see. This, what you're going through, this difficult period or this darkness right now, because you're holding on to something which is not important. There is a lot there is a lot happening around you, but you're holding on to something which you should have let go long time ago. So that is the message for you. Let go of whatever you're holding on to. Let go of all these unnecessary burdens. Declutter. Remove these unnecessary things. Release your past, because there are 9 wands over here, and this is a sad card. This is a negative card. This card talks about facing something difficult. It talks about even boundaries. It also talks about your courage when you stand and face. But when you release some of this, when you remove, when you declutter, when you let go, so when you remove from these 9, when you remove few, you're getting a very positive card. 4 of Wands. Now 4 of Wands is about celebration, about happiness, about marriage, about success, about a very positive card, a very sunny card. Now this looks like the summer which you chose. So when you release whatever does not serve you, when you let go the past, whatever grudges you're holding, whatever pain you're holding, whatever trouble you're holding, when you let that go, then your life becomes beautiful. Your life becomes worth celebrating. So that was the direct message for someone. This card is a very positive card to get. It is a soulmate card. It is a success card. It is about it is 1111, so twin flame. 4 of Wands is about joy, harmony, relaxation, homecoming. So you are burdening yourself by handling more than you can, or trying to handle more things than you can, or not decluttering, not removing things. So this can be actual decluttering. Maybe you have a lot of things in your house and you need to release it. You need to look into more minimalistic kind of living. This can be in your mental ability, because we can see this person wearing a bandage on his head. So maybe you are having a headache because you are thinking about many things together. Even this seer over here has a very heavy ornament or a heavy accessories on her head, which is not helping her in any way. It is just keeping her in darkness. So the same way, even this person has a bandage over here. So this headache might be unnecessary thinking, unnecessary tension, staying awake late at night. So when you release some of this, when you remove some of this, maybe giveaways, unnecessary things, maybe stop thinking about past. Whatever happened, you cannot change that. Stop living there, stop going there, and focus more on your present, focus more on what is happening, being present. So when you focus on only important things, your life fills with celebration, joy, harmony, success, happiness. So that was the direct message for someone. Yes, celebration. 3 of Cups. So celebration has come twice for you. So there is some big celebration which is coming for you. The only thing is that you need to release whatever does not serve you, whatever is giving you a headache, whatever is cluttering your life, whatever is burdening you. So this extra burden, this extra trouble, which you don't need to carry with you. If you are having a lot of things going in your mind, if you're overthinking, if you have that habit of overthink, start writing down your thoughts. Start journaling it. Keep a journal. Keep writing about whatever it is. What happens is, it's our subconscious mind that when we start writing down things, what we are thinking about, it stops renting space in our brain. It stops taking space in our brain. We stop thinking about it. We know that we have written it down, it is safe there, we will not forget about it, we stop thinking about it, and your head starts becoming clearer. A clear head, a clear mental space helps you bring celebration, helps you bring success. So 3 of Cups is also about success. It is about friendship, creativity, collaboration. So maybe you need to collaborate with someone. Maybe you don't have to handle all this alone. Whatever this burden is, maybe you need someone's help. That B is all about teamwork. It's about being part of a team. So you don't have to handle this pain, this trouble, this tension, whatever it is, alone. Maybe you need somebody's help. Maybe you need to share it with others. Maybe you need to talk it out. Maybe you need to talk to a therapist, talk to a friend, talk to a family member, a sibling, a partner, a lover, someone you can involve. You can ask for the help to help you overcome this challenge, help you release some of your burdens. It's a teamwork which will help you out. So 3 of Cups is about teamwork, it's about collaboration, it's also about creativity. Just like the honeybee, it's about creativity. So you need to bring in more creativity, more help. Maybe have a team help you out. Maybe assign, maybe delegate, and you will be able to enjoy the success out of it. Oh my god, look at this 3. Maybe you should check pile number 3 as well. And both these cards talk about collaboration. 3 of Pentacles is about teamwork, which I said in this card and this card. So this is a triple time this thing is coming. 3 is your lucky number. Maybe you should check pile number 3. I have not done pile number 3 yet. Red color is also very lucky for you. And so what is this card about? It is about teamwork, it is about collaboration, learning, implementation. So maybe you need someone's help. Maybe you are being very stubborn, you're not forgiving someone, or you think you don't need somebody's help. Maybe you do need someone's help. Maybe you need to have a work with a team, you need to bring someone in, maybe talk with a friend, talk with a co-worker, talk with your boss. Teamwork will help you out in this situation. You should not handle this situation alone. It's not fair with you, it's not good for you. Teamwork will help you become successful, achieve this kind of success. So that was the direct message. And Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is passion. So maybe you're passionate about this work, this project. Maybe you know that you can do good in this project. Ace of Wands is about inspiration, new opportunity, growth potential. Maybe this is a new opportunity which you are trying for and you want to prove yourself, and that's why you're trying to do everything alone. But maybe it is not working in your favor. Maybe you do need to bring some outside help. Maybe you do need to work with team. Maybe you need to hire someone. And journaling will help you out. So keeping a journal, writing down everything, noting everything, because we have this sage who's writing. So maybe writing down whatever is going on so that you can clear your head, so you can bring in new opportunity, increase the creativity. You will help others also understand what you're going through. Maybe talking to a therapist or getting somebody involved in this project will help you out, because you have success over here. You got 2 cards of success and 2 cards of collaboration, partnership over here. So teamwork. So maybe 3 people can come together and work for you or work with you. So maybe you and 2 more people can handle this situation, handle this work. Maybe you need to ask a teacher. So that are the messages which are coming for you, pile number 2. You don't have to handle this alone, and your headache will go down when you start writing things, when you start keeping a journal, and when you approach your colleagues, your co-workers, your siblings, your partners for help. Get them involved, get their help, get their opinion, and you will achieve the success you're trying for. So that was the message for you, pile number 2. I hope you got whatever messages you're looking for. And if this did not resonate with you, you can check the other piles. 3 is your lucky number. Maybe you're seeing a lot of 333. Maybe you should check pile number 3 as well. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in my next one. Welcome, pile number 3. So you have picked the autumn pile. Autumn pile is about release the old and rest. It is also about your ancestral wisdom, your ancestral guides, because the crow over here is all about your ancestral guides. I'm sorry, all the cards fell down. We are looking into general energies of April month. What is happening in April? So the autumn is all about releasing the old so that you can make space for the new. The trees, they shed their leaves so that fresh new leaves can come up again. So the same way, maybe you need to make space for something in your life. Maybe you need to declutter, maybe you need to remove things which are not needed in your life, remove people who are not needed, like someone who is toxic, someone who's manipulative, lying, cheating. You don't need to keep them in your life anymore. It's gone are the days when people used to keep toxic and bad people in their life just to be polite. No, those days are not there anymore. Now you can be like, you don't have to be polite. You can be as honest as possible and burn down any bridges you want, because your mental health is something which is more important than being polite and looking good in front of people. Your energies are more important, so make sure that you are spending your energies, your mental health, your ability on only those who mean well, and not a toxic person, not a manipulative person. So release the old, rest, renew, and invite the new in your life. That is your message for you in the autumn card. Let's see what more messages are coming in. Spring. Okay, so maybe you should check the spring pile. The spring pile was the pile number 1, so maybe you should check that. See your seeds grow. So what happens when you release, when you remove? You grow new things, you bring in new things, you make space for new things. And that is what autumn is all about. Autumn is releases so that there is space for new things to grow, for new things to come in. So spring is something for you. Maybe this is the spring season right now, so maybe now something is going to happen. Maybe now you are growing some seeds, you're starting something new, maybe a new job, a new work assignment, a new business, something on a side like a online project, something you are doing where right now it's at a seed base, it's a very small basis. It is just a start, but it's going to grow very fast. The rabbit over here talks about luck, it talks about fertility, talks about speed, and it's also very gentle, it's also very alert as well. It's some like you cannot just sneak on a rabbit. Rabbits are very alert. Their life depends on being alert. The same way, they are also very gentle, very soft, and they are also very fertile. So a big fertility period is coming in your life, so use this fertility period to grow your business, to start your project, whatever you want to start. Use this to grow that, go make it bigger. So thinking, if you're procrastinating, if you're thinking that you'll do it in some months or next year or few years or next Monday you'll start doing it, stop doing that, stop delaying it. This is the right time. Right now you can make this habit happen. Right now you have this opportunity to start something, and it will grow into something big, something good. So if you are thinking that will you get lucky in this, will there be luck in your new adventure, will there be speed, will there be success? So the answer is yes, your seeds will grow, so whatever you are planting will be successful. Hunter, this was also there in pile number 1. So track down your fears and desire. So maybe you are scared that you should not try this new thing. Maybe you feel that this is something which you need some more time, or you need some more study or some research, but maybe you should start it. Maybe now is the right time. You can always study on the go, you can always study on the job. You don't have to delay this. This is the right time for you to grow your seeds, to take this chance. Track down your fears and desire is the message of hunter. So the hunter is telling you to track down your fear, to overcome your fear, to face your fears, to go after this, to go after this opportunity, to go after whatever challenge, whatever is coming in. have a bigger desire, think big, plan big, and go after this. This is all. This also tells about, see, we have two seasons over here. Autumn is the swords. Autumn's is about swords. So sword is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have spring, which is wands. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this gives me the Capricorn and the Aries vibe. So these are the signs which I can see. Let's see what more messages are coming in. So maybe you are doubtful about taking a chance. Maybe you are doubtful about starting something new. Maybe you're delaying. Maybe you're procrastinating. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you're worried. But the spring card over here is telling you to take a leap of faith. Like the rabbit is taking a leap. It's telling you to take a leap of faith. Gemini energy also is here. We did see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So the Gemini came again twice. So Gemini or the Miriam is the sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So maybe some kind of forgiveness is needed. Maybe you are scared because you are thinking about something which went wrong in the past. Maybe that is the reason you don't want to take this leap. You don't want to face this challenge. You don't want to take this or you don't want to start something new because something went wrong or something didn't become successful in the past, and you're still stuck in that energy. So you need to forgive your own self. You need to let go. That is your card. Release the old and rest. Even if you didn't succeed in your first try, it doesn't mean that you're not going to succeed again. If every athlete, if every Olympian gave up on their first loss, on their first losing their first game, then they will never become that athlete, or they will never become successful in their career. So you need to release that whatever went wrong, and you need to try again. Take a leap of faith. Overcome your fear and have a desire that you want to achieve this. Just like an athlete who didn't win in his first try, that athlete becomes so passionate and so obsessive about that game that there is high chances that they will win in their next try. So what is the Miriam talking about? Choose to forgive. So you need to forgive yourself. You need to forget whatever happened in the past, release the old, rest. And you have rest and you have heal. So rest and heal is the same thing. When you rest, you heal your body. You rest so that you can heal your body, you can heal your mind, you can heal your soul. Then you'll be able to see the light, focus on your desire, and remember that love has no boundaries. So this might be something which you have a desire for, which you want to achieve, something which you love, something which you are passionate about. But because of one failure or one failed attempt, now you are scared about it, or you don't want to give it a try, or you think that you'll fail again. You will never know till you give it a try. That is what I can see in your cards. Let's see what more messages are coming for you. Pile number 3, Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose P. Mother healing is possible at this time. Another healing card. So Mother healing is helping you out. The Mother Mary is helping you out. Mother Mary wants you to heal yourself, to forgive yourself, and let go the need to be right. So maybe you are being stubborn about something. Maybe you're not listening to your teachers, your mentors, your coach, someone who will help you out in this situation. You're being stubborn. You're trying to prove yourself right. And maybe that is what is keeping you fearful. That is what is not helping you go beyond your situation right now. So you need to look at the bigger picture. Have a bigger vision. So you need to keep a bigger vision, your desire. So there should be a vision board in front of you. So this vision board can be in digital form or an actual paper vision board. You can hang it on your wall or keep it on your desktop, on your phone. So make a nice big vision board with whatever your desire is. You don't have to put everything on it. Just put what matters to you. Just put what you are trying to achieve, what you are trying to bring, what is your actual desire, what is your target, what is your goal, what you want to achieve, what you love. Only put that thing, and you will be able to hunt it down. You will be able to bring it into reality. You will be able to win this situation where you didn't initially in your first try, your first attempt, or previously for some reason you were not able to achieve that success, find that success. But there is a chance for you to bring that to reality. Yes, you need to rest and let go. So there is a lot happening. The sword is your mental ability, your thinking. So you are thinking a lot about what went wrong, or you're thinking a lot about past. You're staying in the past, and that is just making you exhausted, that is making you tired. So physically you're not doing something which will make you tired, but mentally you're thinking a lot about your past, about what went wrong, that negative thinking pattern, you're stuck in that, and that is making you exhausted. You're feeling very tired, and that is why you need to let go. I told in pile number 2 that if you want to remove things from your head, if you want to uh, remove whatever is occupying your head, the best way is to journal. You can journal, you can write down. When you write down, when you actually sit with a pen and paper or a pencil and paper and write down what is happening in your mind, subconsciously we start removing that from our mind. Our mind believes that it is there on the paper, so we don't have to give it any space in our brain, we don't have to store it in our brain, in our mind, and we make our mental slate clear. There we can bring in more clarity, we can think clearly, we can feel better, we start feeling lighter. So journaling might be something which will help you out. So whatever your pain is, whatever your trouble is, start writing it out. If it is something you need to release, what you can do additional is you can write on a piece of paper whatever you need to release. That I release my habit of overthinking, I release my habit of not taking chance, I release my habit of staying in the past. Whatever you need to release, I release my habit of staying awake late at night, I release my habit of not eating healthy or eating unhealthy. Whatever you need to release, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it under the full moon. We are still in the full moon energy. Full moon energy stays for 3 days, so you can burn it under the full moon right now. You can do it today, you can do it. Write it down and burn it, release it. So subconsciously this ritual is not something where you're actually pulling it out of your mind, putting it on paper and releasing. No, but it subconsciously you do this ritual so that you do this ritual so that your subconscious gets this signal, gets this clue that you are ready to let go. Because our subconscious is primitive, it's stuck in the old ways, it's stuck in the old thinking pattern. It does not change. So even if consciously, even if willingly, actively we want to release our habits, we can't release it, because our subconscious is very strong, very powerful, and by doing such rituals we can help it change. So that is why this writing and burning ritual is good, but be very careful when you're handling fire. Also, even if you don't want to burn anything, you can also write it down in a journal and keep it. It doesn't matter. The thing is that it will come out of your mind, come out of your head, and you will start feeling lighter and you'll start feeling better. Yes, imbalance. So whatever your imbalance is, whatever you're handling, whatever you're juggling, it's too much for you. You cannot handle this. You need to concentrate only on one thing. There is a storm happening in your heart, in your mind, in your subconscious, because there is a lot happening. You're handling more than you can handle. You're thinking more than you should. You're not balanced. You don't have a grip on things because there is a lot happening in your mind or in your reality. Maybe you're multitasking where you shouldn't. So maybe concentrating on one thing at a time will help you. Think about long term. This is about long term. This is about investment. So when you're worried that what you should concentrate, what you should pick, what you should choose, what will help you, what you should give priority to, then think about what will serve you in the long term, what will be good for you in the long term, what is sustainable, where you can see yourself happy even after 10 years, 5 years, or whatever long term is for you. Think about the best investments. So what is best for you, only concentrate on that. So that is the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Wands. King of Wands is a nice energy for you. Pile number 3. King of Wands is about a natural born leader, a visionary, and entrepreneur. And the King of Wands is very stable now. So maybe you were feeling like this, you were imbalanced, but when you remove this unnecessary thinking pattern, this tension, this stress, this anxiety, when you release it by maybe writing and burning ritual, or maybe writing a journal ritual, whatever you want to do, when you remove this, meditation is also a way you can release your thinking patterns, your thought patterns, the burden on your mind, and you bring in more balance in your life, then you can think about long term results. And when you do all this, then you become the stable King of Wand, who's an entrepreneur, who is successful, a natural born leader, a visionary. Now the King of Wand will think about long term. The King of Wand is someone who will focus on what benefits are there for him in a long term, not right now, not something which is instant gratification, not something which is just for now, not something which may not be important later, will not waste his time or energy on past events. Whatever has happened, you cannot change that, but you don't have to carry that baggage with you. So these are the messages which are coming for you, pile number 3. You got 2 animal spirits over here, you got 2 seasons over here. Release old and rest so that new can come in, new seeds can grow. Write down, write journals, or write in a letter and burn it to release this, whatever is occupying your mental space, whatever is keeping you awake at night, whatever is not letting you think clearly. Bring in more balance in your life by focusing on one thing at a time and not multitasking. Think about long term, and you will be able to have a successful month or successful period or a successful start in whatever you're trying to achieve. So that is the message for you, pile number 3. Do let me know what you think about this reading, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, pile number 3. You have the wolf spirit or the winter as your card. So wolf is the strongest animal spirit, and you have the winter season. So you may have birthday in winter, or maybe you picked as per the number. So the message for you is take care of your needs. So whatever your needs are, whatever you need to take care of, maybe your health, maybe your career, maybe some education field, maybe something which needs some attention from you. So you need to take care of it. You need to focus on that. Like preparing for the winter. Before the winter comes, how people have to prepare, how animals prepare. The same way, winter is something where you have to prepare for, right? It is not something which is lenient. Winters can be very harsh. Winter can be the difficult period for many animals, for trees. Even trees prepare, right? In the autumns, trees start shedding their leaves, they start preparing for the winter. The entire nature prepares for the winter, especially if there is snowfall in your place, in your location, because we can see snowflakes over there on the card. So let's see what messages are coming for you. Pile number 4, High Priestess. Wow, harness mystical power. So you are someone who is really spiritually awakened, who is someone who has sacred knowledge. You are the divine feminine. Your subconscious mind is open. Your subconscious mind works with you. It doesn't work against you. You are someone who's independent. You are someone who's confident. You allow space. You have healthy self-respect, self-worth, dignity. High Priestess is all about sacred knowledge, about divine feminine, about spirituality, and you have chosen the wolf spirit also. So you are turning your knowledge into wisdom. You are using spirituality, law of attraction in some way which is helping you improve your life, which is helping you better. We can see wings over here, so even angels are involved with you. Maybe you even try to connect with angels. Wow, another animal spirit. So 3 animal spirits you have over here. Fox, wolf, cat and fox. So fox is telling you to trust your challenge in changing times. So you have some kind of challenge, you have some kind of ability which you're using, which you're turning into profits, which you're helping others with, which maybe you're starting a business with that talent. So whatever talent is, it is going to help you in the changing times. So as I said, that animals, natures, humans, trees, everybody starts preparing for the winter. So the times are changing, there is some changes which are happening. And in those changing times, like even when COVID happened, it was a big change for the whole world. So whatever changes are occurring in your life, or in general, your talents are going to help you out. The fox spirit is also talks about thinking on your feet, about being diplomatic, about being mindful, about being smart, about handling every situation in a smart way. The wolf is the alpha over here, and the fox is someone who's very intelligent, very smart. And the cat is someone who's very fierce, confident, independent. So very strong animal spirits we are getting over here. Maybe you do connect with animal spirits on a large basis, on you like connecting with animal spirits, or you do see a lot of animals. And so what you can do is you can google about the spirit message or animal messengers, and you will find some information about them. Let's see what more information is coming for file number 4. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. As I said, you are the high priestess. You are someone who is becoming evolved, who is getting some kind of spiritual download. You are becoming more spiritual. So your consciousness is expanding. Your soul is becoming someone who is connecting with the universe, connecting with the spiritual realm, connecting with the higher self, your higher self, with the divine. And you are getting that expansion, you are getting a lot of downloads, a lot of feedback, a lot of information. Your consciousness is expanding. So you understand that everything is connected, and you are trying to use that to help you, to heal you, to move forward. Wow. Voice of truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persuasion, and speak your truth. As I said, the cat spirit, fiercely independent. The same way, this is a warrior. This is someone who believes in her truth, believes in not backing down, believes that no one can make her feel small or feel that she's not important, or her voice has no place, or she cannot speak truth. Nobody can tell her to stay quiet. She is someone who you can hear her voice loud and clear. We can see the throat chakra over here as well. So your throat chakra might be expanding, opening. Maybe you're getting a chance to speak. Maybe you're getting a chance to make something clear. Maybe you're getting a chance to put forward your points. Maybe earlier that was not there, but now as you're becoming more spiritually awakened, now you're getting the spiritual help to help you out, to make your voice heard. You're standing strong, you're believing in your own ability, you're trusting in your own talent, you're becoming confident, and you're moving somewhere, you're moving into something where you were maybe not appreciated earlier, but now you're taking a stand. Maybe it was not fair with you earlier, but now you're making sure that people know your side of the story. Focus on your purpose, release the fear of persuasion, and speak your truth. So focus on whatever you want to achieve. You don't have to prove others wrong. If what you need is only your purpose, what you're meant to do, what you're meant to be. Proving others wrong cannot be your purpose. There is a higher purpose for you. You got the soul expansion card over here. There is something higher which you need to do. There is something better, something bigger which you need to do. So you need to focus on your purpose, and not punishing someone, not proving your point, but something bigger you can happen. So by difficulties, what you can do is you can become bitter, and you can punish whoever did something wrong with you, or you can become better and start helping others from your experience. So you get a chance to help others, you get a chance to become a better person. Release the fear of persuasion and speak your truth. So when you speak your truth, make sure that you're not speaking your truth to blame others, but you're speaking your truth to help everybody else. So you're not speaking your truth to focus attention on someone's wrongdoing, but to focus attention on your strength. Your strength is going to be your truth. That was the message which I heard from this card. Let's see what more is coming for you from tarot. Oh my god, everything fell down. Just a minute. Sorry, pile number 4. My entire deck flew from my hand and all the cards were everywhere in the room. I did some client readings today and maybe my cards are tired now and they're saying enough with the reading, to go do something else now. Maybe that is what is. I was not going to do this reading today, but I felt that no, I should do the reading, and that's why I started doing it. This is the last pile. Sorry, cards, please help me out for the last pile, and I'll not trouble you for the rest of the day. So you got 5 of cups. So you do build this. So you did face something which was painful. You did face something which put you into a space of sorrow, which put you into a regret, some kind of disappointment, which cloaked you into some kind of pain, some kind of anger, some kind of trouble. And what you need to do is you need to stop thinking about that and only focus on your truth, only focus on what is important in your life, what is standing. Stand strong is your message over here. Voice of truth is your message over here. So there is still something standing in your life. You still do have things which are good in your life. Not everything went away. There are still things which matter in your life. And you need to focus on that. You need to take care of that. Take care of your needs is the first card. So first of all, take care of your needs. First, your health. Take care of your health. Your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health. Take care of your health. Wow. Maybe you're handling many things. A lot of things. You're thinking about a lot of things. The 9 of Wands is about courage, about testing your faith, about boundaries, about self-imposed boundaries. Maybe you're getting a headache because you're handling a lot of things, thinking about a lot of things, and you need to let some of those go. You don't have to keep focusing on everything and try to handle everything. Maybe someone else need to share your burden. Maybe you need to speak with someone, share more information. Maybe talk with a therapist or a friend or someone who will support you, who will help you out in this situation. The good way to remove this headache is also by journaling, which I told pile number 3 as well. I told this to pile number 2 as well, that when you journal, you release a lot of whatever is occupying your mind, whatever is troubling you. You can release that onto the papers. You can remove it from your mind. Let's see what more messages coming. Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is something new, opportunity, new passion, new inspiration, a potential, a new way to grow. So when you focus on one thing instead of many things, instead of multitasking, instead of trying to handle a lot of things, when you focus on one thing, like this High Priestess is focusing only on one wand, while like this God, this divine, this universal energy is giving you only one wand. When you focus on something which you are really passionate about, which you really enjoy doing, like doing, which matters to you, then maybe you will be able to remove this energy. This is maybe the way you can take care of yourself, by doing something which you enjoy doing. Maybe you have some kind of talent, because you have trust your talents in changing time. So maybe you have some kind of talent which you can use, which you can work for, which can bring you out of the energy of darkness, which can make money for you, which can give you a new business opportunity, which can start a new phase in your life. So you need to focus on that talent. Last, Queen of Pentacles. Yes. So when you focus on that talent, when you focus on what that ability is, what your power is, where your power resides, what makes you happy, what makes you feel like a child, then you become this Queen of Pentacle. And the Queen of Pentacle is someone who's well settled, who's nurturing, who's practical, who's financially stable, and she's also concentrating on her pentacle. It's only one pentacle, it's not multiple things she's handling. So this new opportunity which is coming in, this new business, this new thing which you're starting is going to turn into something prosperous, something good. This want, this passion is going to turn into your pentacle, into your large pentacle, your big bank balance. Maybe this will give you financial stability which you're looking for. Maybe you will start this while keeping a job in hand, but then later on you leave the job and you only focus on this thing, make this your main income, because that is how mostly people do when they start something on a side, a creative field, whatever they are talented at. They do keep their day job, and slowly steadily as they start getting comfortable or getting enough money from their side hustle, from their talent, from their creativity, then they leave the job, leave their day job. So maybe this will be that opportunity for you, where you can leave a painful job, where you can leave a job where you are not appreciated, or where you go through something which is unfair, like you are burdened a lot, you have to give a lot, you are not getting that much in return, you are not maybe able to handle the stress, the tension, the burden, the requirement, or whatever they are forcing on you. But don't forget who you are. You are the high priestess. You have the alpha over here, the wolf over here. Your soul is expanding. You are this warrior, the Joan of Arc, the voice of truth. And you have the ability, this talent, like this animal spirit of fox. So you want to be fiercely independent, you want to be like a cat, but you cannot for some reason. Maybe you cannot leave the job, or you are stuck somewhere. Maybe you have signed some contracts, or maybe you don't have a proper source of income which will help you. This is still at a seed level, but it is going to turn into something bigger, something better. So keep faith, have faith, take care of your needs, take care of your health first. Whatever spiritual practices you are doing, keep doing that. It is going to help you. Trust in your talents. Trust that whatever talent you have was for a reason, is going to help you. Meditate, connect with the universe. Make sure that your voice of truth, or your focus should be on helping others learn a lesson or get some strength from your experience, and not punish others, not be bitter, but better about that whatever went wrong in the past. Stop looking at what went wrong and start looking at what is still standing, what is still meant to be in your life, what you can still have in your life, what you can still work with. Start giving some assignments or work to others. Start sharing your burden, start talking about your burden. Focus on one thing which will bring you peace, which will make you happy, which you want to be doing after a long term also, which will make you feel financially stable. Focus on that one opportunity which might be coming in. Maybe you're not even seeing this, but you can manifest that opportunity, and you will turn into this Queen of Pentacles. So that is it I can see for you, pile number 4. Do let me know what you think about this reading, and I hope you have a wonderful April, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for being here.